Hello, and welcome to Nemo's Views. And I'll spend some time online, browsing different websites, Twitter, Facebook, which is ghastly. Um, and what I've noticed, the Twitter and Facebook amongst others, but what I've noticed is there seems to be so much division now. There's just division everywhere you look. Society is divided constantly. Um, Religion, people are divided over religion, and the joke part about religion is that they all argue about whose religion is right and whose religion is wrong and which one's true. But religion has all got the same thing running through it. They all believe in God. They just all call him different things, and they've all believed the same basic tenets of religion. It's just some believe that they're right, and I don't know, I don't understand it. There's so much division with religion, and when it comes to the political side of life, there's a lot of division. I see it all the time on Twitter. People going on about they're a Republican or they're a Democrat, or you're a lefty and he's a righty, and you're right wing and you're too centrist. And of course, it's the media and the big corporations, and that sort of thing. They love all this division. They love us fighting amongst ourselves, because all the time we're fighting amongst ourselves and squabbling about the stupid things that don't matter. They are sort of manipulating us. We're being constantly manipulated. We're being told what to believe. We're being told what to look at. People don't fact check enough. They see things online and they take it as read that that's the way it is. They won't sort of look into things. Recently, there's a lake that I really like to go and visit, and I had an article come up about it, and it's quite an obscure lake, and it was formerly a reservoir for drinking water, and this article came up about this obscure lake in the middle of nowhere, saying how it was drained and it was going to be, made back into a lake, etc., etc. And I got the hump over this. I really did take the needle. It gave me the right hump. Give me the hump, it did. Give me the right hump. And I was really stewing over this, because I thought, well, this beautiful lake in the middle of nowhere, where there's lots of trees, is just going to be decimated now. And I was stewing on it all morning, and I said to my wife, I've got a good mind to phone the water company up. And she said, well, go on then. And after much fretting about it and stressing and working myself up, I phoned the water company concerned, and eventually I was phoned back the next day and reassured. I said, look, I'm just doing a fact-checking exercise here. I've read an article. I need to be reassured. I need to find out what the actual truth is, because the article wasn't very well written at all, and it was from the BBC. So, I fact-checked it, and she said, no, no, no. What's happening is, she said, it was used for drinking water. Now it's not. Now we're going to look at getting rid of all the dam valve workings and the gubbins that go along with it, and then we're going to just restore it to how it should be. So I was reassured by that. So, a bit of fact-checking. Just find out. Get information. Phone people if you have to. Email them. Find out. Don't just take it as read that this is the definite thing that's happening. And this is what there's too much of now. People will see things on Facebook or Twitter or whatever and just assume that's gospel. That's the way it is. And we're all so busy worrying about who's a Democrat, who's a Republican, who's a Tory, who's a Labour supporter, who's a Lib Dem. None of it matters. Really, none of it matters. When the general election comes up, just vote for who you vote for. Whoever you want to vote for, vote for. Don't worry about what you're going to be labelled as. I see things on Twitter all the time, somebody will share something and then the response will be, well, that's a typical Tory move, isn't it? Proper Tory boy there. It doesn't matter. If this person has done something, it doesn't matter his political affiliation. If he's done something that's stupid and makes him look like a bellend, then that's fine. It's nothing to do with his political affiliation, and people, we're so worried about who's a Muslim, who's a Catholic, who's a Jew, who's a Hindu, who's a Sikh, who's a Protestant. It doesn't matter. All your religions all worship God. They all believe in God. That's the point. They should be celebrating the fact that there are so many people that believe in God, not trying to claim which version is better. You believe in God. It's all the same thing, And with politics, it doesn't matter who you vote for, really, what colour tie they're wearing. You're still going to end up with a politician. You're still going to end up with a self-serving, lying, manipulative cheat who's only in it for themselves. That's what you end up with. It doesn't matter what colour tie they're wearing. It's, just vote for who you think is the best candidate in your area. Go with what you believe to be right, and you won't go far wrong. As long as you believe that what you've done is the right thing, then you can look anybody in the eye and say, look, I did this because I thought it was the right thing to do, and I stand by that, and that's it. It doesn't matter about anything else. But the government, the corporations, the British media especially, want us to be divided. They want us squabbling amongst ourselves, so we're not paying attention to what's actually happening. It's like when you've got a little baby and you jangle your keys and you go, oh, look at the shiny, with your left hand. But meanwhile, in the right hand, you've got something else that they would be interested. You're eating a Mars bar. You've got Mars bar in your right hand, but you're jangling the shiny, your bunch of keys in front of the baby to distract it. And that's how it is. We're always being divided. They don't want us to notice too much. Because once we start noticing too much, that's when we start asking questions. Once we start asking questions, we start to see through the lies. Once we start to see through the lies, they lose their edge. They lose whatever edge they might have. We need to start being more united, putting these stupid religious and political differences to the side, and just saying, I'm a person, you're a person, you believe this, I believe that. Let's just move on with life. And not let these corporations and legacy media manipulate us into, what they want us to believe and what they want us to see. If you see something, fact check it, phone people up, email them, get the details, get information. You're entitled to phone up and ask questions, exactly like I did with that water company. The first lady I spoke to, she said, well, it probably won't be today, but I'll get somebody to phone you back. Probably be tomorrow, more than likely tomorrow. And they did. And that was a win. I found out and it put my mind at ease. Life moved on, such as it is. But don't just believe everything, and don't buy into the nonsense of Republican, Democrat, Labour, Tory, Muslim, Christian, Catholic, Protestant, whatever the case might be, because it's all nonsense. We just need to try and, stay together as people and just be kind to each other. That's the main takeaway from this vlog. So anyway, if you've stuck with it this far, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.